Oh, Lord. Guys, this is the pimple from hell, and it's a demon that I created, okay? So let this be a lesson to you that I will never actually learn, which is when you get a small little blemish on your face, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Because once in a while, you will get something that is so horrendous that you cannot cover up, that looks terrible under concealer, because you decided to mess with it. All right? And this is this on my face. So you know what? We're just gonna go. We're gonna keep moving on. Go forth. Be brave. Still show the face to the world, even though this thing is on your face. Hi everyone, in this video we're going to do a try on and first impressions / review of a bunch of new Physicians Formula products, mostly face products. There are new healthy foundation, the line of butter highlighters, bronzers, and blushes, as well as some eye products like a brow product and a new mascara from them. So if you're interested in seeing what I think about these new products from Physicians Formula and seeing in real time how they apply, then stay tuned. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. If you aren't, please hit that subscribe button. As always, links for where you can purchase these items and find them are in the description box below. All right, let's get looking at these new Physicians Formula makeup products. All right, so that I can cover this pimple up as fast as I can, let's go. This is going to start with the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. I believe this is in the shade Glow. If it has a shade, it only comes in one shade. The packaging is beautiful. I think very much a step up for Physicians Formula, and it comes with a pump, so let's go ahead and apply that first. I'm gonna apply it just all over the face, but that's what it looks like when it comes out. Looks pretty shimmering. I'm going to avoid this thing because that's the last thing I want to do is illuminate the volcano on my face. Has a very thin consistency. Definitely has a ton of fragrance added to it, which I am not a fan of. Fragrance is not skincare. It is very oftentimes irritating to the skin. It does not do anything beneficial for your skin. Very slightly tacky. That will probably die down and go away. It's already dying down, so just seems like a thin fluid primer, and it is pretty illuminating. It does have shimmer, obvious shimmer in it. You can probably see reflected in the camera lens there. On the face it doesn't look too glittery, which is great, so it is something that will have a nice illuminating effect if that's what you want to go for. And by the way, I'm holding one of the new Milani 12 pan eyeshadow palettes. They are so good. If you have not gone and seen that video for the new Milani products that are out on the market, please go click the link to that video and watch that. The next step normally for me would be to apply foundation. Physicians Formula has released the Healthy Foundation with SPF 20. It has a brightening complex and again, beautiful packaging. Comes with a giant doe foot applicator a la Tarte's Shape Tape. I chose the shade LW2. It looks too light in the bottle, but from the swatches that I looked at before I purchased, a lot of people were saying that these really oxidize significantly. So that's why I chose a shade that was, you know, seemingly at first too light for me. So I'm really hoping that maybe after I apply this, it will deepen up to something closer to my skin tone. But before I go in with this, I'm going to do my eyes because I don't have any new eye products for you from Physicians Formula. So I'll do that and come back. All right, so there's most of the eye look done. I'll do the mascara last probably. So I guess here goes nothing. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of the concept of rubbing this thing all over my face and then dipping it back in the bottle, but we'll start with that. As you can see, way too light initially. Oh my lord, I hope so badly that this oxidizes and deepens. Otherwise, I'm gonna look crazy. I look like a ghost. Right now it's kind of on the lighter coverage side. I'm gonna add some more. It has a scent to it. I'm not sure what that smell is. Yeah, I can't really tell what it is, but it is noticeable. And I did the eye look with those Milani shadows and also the L'Oreal new Galaxy holographic eyeshadows. So if you haven't seen the video for that holographic collection, make sure you also go check that one out. All right, I'm not gonna add any more product. I would say you can build it up to medium coverage. All right, I am going to wait for several minutes and see how the color changes. This is what it looks like just after application. You can see it is so much lighter than my neck. So we'll see how much it deepens up. In the meantime, I will spot conceal and try to do what I can with this abomination on my face, and we'll be back. All right, another thing we can do while we wait for the foundation to deepen up is to apply the brows. This new product from Physicians Formula is called the Long Wearing Brow Gel Brow Last Line. Comes in several shades. I chose the shade medium brown. So it comes with a brush for the gel product, and then on the other end, which you access by just pulling out the other end. So we'll see how precise we can get this to be. Okay, it applies with more control than I initially thought there would be, and can get fairly thin. If you had a super thin tail, you may not get the control out of this that you would want. Much more impressed than I thought I would be with this. Right, and to make certain parts more natural, you can take the spoolie through anywhere that you feel like you've applied too much product or where it's too dark. I don't feel like it's oxidized that much. Maybe a little bit, but you can very clearly see that this is too ghostly for my skin. We'll keep going with the video and see if there's any further change, but for now I'm just gonna move on. It's been over 5 minutes of waiting time, so let's just keep going. Something that I definitely will want to utilize because of the clear color difference are their new butter bronzers. I got them in the light bronzer and regular bronzer shades. Unfortunately, this is the second package in a row from Ulta where I've had a product that's just completely decimated. It's just ground powder in there, which is unfortunate because this is the deeper shade, which I'm gonna need for this video to correct the color difference. I'll do my best to use it and show you how it applies and give you my thoughts on it. But I'll use both of these. All right, I'm gonna go in with the light bronzer shade kind of all over to correct the color difference. And these have a coconut scent added to them. Physicians Formula, stop it. Just stop it. They add all these ridiculous fragrances to their products. And I know that some people really like them, but you're gonna alienate a lot of people who don't like that particular scent just because it happens to be a scent that they don't like. And you're running the risk of that fragrance just irritating someone's skin and not being good for it. So I really wish companies would just let go of adding fragrance. It's like, do you wanna, think of it this way. Would you go into your bathroom and take your favorite perfume and just spray it on your face? No, that would be crazy. So why do we like to have these fragrances just added to our products? The reason why companies do that is because it is a branding thing. It causes a mental association in consumers' minds with that product. And so, you know, just like a logo, or a catchy phrase on a commercial. But unlike a logo or a catchy tune, fragrance can actually be really bad for your skin. Now maybe this is natural coconut, who knows? Maybe it's just like coconut oil or something, which wouldn't necessarily be irritating, but a lot of the times the stuff they do add is stuff that is irritating, so just stop. I'm almost using this as setting powder, to be honest. It is slightly deeper than my skin tone, or at least the skin tone that my face is right now after having applied that foundation. All right, now I'm gonna go in with that deeper shade. It is a complete mess in the pan, so I'm not even gonna try to show it to you. It's got powder all over my living room. It's just in crumbles. Because this is definitely the right bronzing shade to deepen up the skin for me. If you're very fair skinned, that light shade would be great. It does seem to apply very smoothly, which is nice, but all I can think about is this coconut smell and I love coconut scented things, but this one seems a little strange. And if you look close, this bronzer does have a really slight sheen to it. I don't think it's something that you could really tell. And especially if you've already used that illuminating primer underneath, you're gonna have a sheen anyway, so it is not gonna make that much of a difference. But if it were in the summertime and I were in direct sunlight, you may be able to see some of the sparkle, and that might not be something flattering to have all over your face. But I do really appreciate how this is deepening up this foundation color and helping it not look so ghostly in comparison to the rest of my skin. All right, there are the two shades with a finger swatch. You can clearly tell there's shimmer in there. The lighter one you can barely see, probably just because the color is very close to my own skin tone. Next up are the Butter blushes. It looks like there are 4 total new shades. From what looks like is lightest to deepest. The first shade here is Plum Rose. Doesn't look like there's really much of a plum there. It looks kind of like a grade nude. The second lightest shade, I think, is Natural Glow. This one seems more shimmery than the other ones. Vintage Rouge, another very light shade. Physicians Formula is not really known to cater to anything but people with light and fair skin, which is disappointing. And then this one is the deepest shade, which is Rosy Pink. Even I'm not sure if I can get away with these light shades with my NC20 skin, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this one. It's very subtle, but I just can't see anyone with skin, you know, of any significance deeper than mine being able to wear these blushes. I will say that the formula for the bronzers too are very soft. They apply and blend very effortlessly. I guess you can't really be very effortlessly. They apply effortlessly. I don't see any patchiness or skipping in application, which is nice. All right, and there are the blush shades in the order that I showed them to you. I mean, who's wearing these shades? Like, what demographic? The demographic is very limited in terms of people who could wear these. I mean, this is a highlighter in any case. And yes, they would look beautiful on lighter skin in terms of having a really natural and, like I said, effortless flush to the cheeks. But I don't know, you gotta give us something more, Physicians Formula. All right, then we have 2 new highlighters. These are, again, from the Butter line. The lighter shade is called Iridescent. It's like a frosty white, and then the deeper shade is Pink Rose. There's the swatches for those. I have never, ever experienced the texture of highlighter that these have. They are the most silky, soft things to the touch. And as I'm swatching them, they feel like a liquid. So that's super crazy, super cool. I'm excited to try these out. We're gonna do each shade, one on each cheek, so that we can look crazy. All right, we're putting Iridescence on this cheek. Whoa. Like I said, it has a duochrome. It's like a blue and pink flash. Blending it out with my finger because the brush wasn't getting rid of that swipe quality. And then to the other side, the shade Pink. Oh, yep, just like I said, super metallic on this one. Again, I'm gonna use my finger because it seems like once you lay it down on the skin, the brush doesn't quite do it in terms of getting rid of the line of product. Okay, so that's the pink shade. That's the Iridescent shade. And the last product to round up this video is one of their new mascaras. They have a couple out, but I chose the Voluptuous Curl and Volume Killer Curves mascara. I have curled my lashes. That's what the wand looks like. It's kind of pinched in the middle there. Seems to have, it's not a super wet formula. Seems to actually be kind of on the dry side. There are the lashes. Doesn't seem to be bad mascara, but doesn't seem to be anything particularly impressive. Does it give me a super strong curl? No. If anything, the curl comes from my curler, which I used before. It does have a drier formula, which I'm not a super big fan of, but I will have to go ahead and continue wearing it throughout the day. I will give you my thoughts in terms of the longevity, whether it flakes, smudges, things like that, in my February What's New in Beauty video. But for now, that's what it looks like after applying a couple of coats. It's just been a few minutes later. I just filmed the outro for this video, and I already have an update for you about the mascara. Can you see all the little flakies underneath and on the cheekbones? And since I don't have any new Physicians Formula lip products, I just popped on one of the lip oils from e.l.f. to complete the look. My thoughts, my first impressions on these products. I think across the board, what I'm finding myself thinking is that I like the idea of all of these products much more than the actual function and application and performance of the products. I like the idea of a healthy skin foundation. I don't like the idea, though, of something that kind of smells as a foundation, that some people seem to be experiencing oxidizing on them, although I guess I didn't really experience that personally. And it's more expensive than a lot of other drugstore options, and I think there are far superior drugstore options compared to the Physicians Formula. In terms of the bronzers, blushes, and even the highlighters, which I really like the idea, and I'm captivated by that unmatched kind of formula and texture and feel that it has. I literally have not felt anything like that, and I have tried hundreds of highlighters as part of my time on YouTube. But I enjoy the idea of it and the concept of it more than I like the application. I think that it comes on just much too strong, and you need to do more work to blend it out and make it not look stark. The bronzers and the blushes, again, that smell, the shade range. If you are fair, I think this is absolutely a wonderful selection for you. But for pretty much everyone else, I don't know that the price would really justify jumping to your feet and getting out to get these products. And then the brow product actually might be something that, I don't know, I don't have that much negative things to say about it other than it's not super unique, and you could probably find a cheaper alternative even at the drugstore. Mascara I wouldn't really recommend either. So unfortunately, you know, I've never been the hugest fan of Physicians Formula anyway, because they're so expensive, and I've really found their products to be more gimmicky than they are in quality performance. But I do really like the way this blush looks. But I don't know, I don't know that I can really give the most positive review of my experience using all these new Physicians Formula products. I do know people love the butter formula items that Physicians Formula has released, and I can absolutely respect and see where those people are coming from. Just my personal opinion is that the kind of negatives or even lukewarmness of the products don't necessarily outweigh, or the positive aspects don't necessarily outweigh the negative or lukewarm aspects of these items. So those are my first impressions and thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, or if you have a different perspective, anything that you want to share with me. I hope that this video was helpful to you, or at least interesting, and that you give it a thumbs up. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch. I hope you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.